Well, hi everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday encouragement. Let me ask you a question. How good a listener are you? What would your family say about how good a listener you are? Well, we'll talk about that in a second, but I want to take a moment to let you know about some things happening at Cherry Avenue. Today is our prayer lunch, and so depending on when you watch this, you may still have the opportunity to join us for that. It's at noon in the fellowship hall. We'll have lunch together, and we'll have a dedicated time of prayer where we lift up the people around us who don't know Christ and our efforts to reach out with the love of Christ. And we'll finish up about 12:45 or so you can get back to work if you need to. And I hope you'll join us for that if you can today at noon. Well, Sunday, the 14th, we're going to have our Thanksgiving fellowship dinner. It's going to be after the worship service in the Family Life Center. The church is going to provide the food. You just need to come and enjoy the fellowship. Sunday, the 14th, after the worship service in the Family Life Center. And the 18th through the 21st, the International Conference on Missions is coming to Richmond. This is such a great conference. I've been going to this for 30 years whenever I can. There's so much you can learn, and you get to meet amazing people and see what God is doing all over the world. We talk about how God gives us different passions and a heart for different things. And when you go to ICOM, you see all of the different ways that you can make a difference for the kingdom throughout the world. And the church believes in the benefits of the conference so much that we've gotten a church-wide registration so that everyone from Cherry Avenue can register at no cost to you. Even if you can only go for one day, it's worth it. Just walking through the exhibit hall gives you a chance to meet missionaries and see kingdom ministries that you never knew existed. And you can register by going to our website, www.cherryav.net, and clicking on the ICOM link. And one of the things that we're doing this year is participating in the effort to plant 21 churches around the world. The churches in Virginia are working to raise enough money to establish 21 new churches in various parts of the world. And Cherry Avenue is going to be a big part of that. Our leadership believes this is so important that we've committed to give $4,000 between us, just between us, and we're challenging you to make this a matter of prayer and ask God what He would lead you to give toward it. Our prayer is that we'll get enough to go even beyond our goal. And we want to be part of this exciting effort. So when you're in your quiet time, ask the Lord to guide you in this effort. Well, we talked about listening a moment ago. I have a great niece, or is it grandniece? I don't know. But she's 3. And she's one of those children who really, shall we say, keeps life interesting. Recently, she got up into the closet and got out her mom's expensive makeup and dumped it out. Her mom was frustrated and got, as my wife says, low, slow, and in your face with her little makeup bandit. Trying to hold back her incredible frustration, she gave her an impassioned speech about how much the makeup had cost and how they work hard for their money and they can't afford to waste things and how she needed to be more respectful of other people's things. And when she paused enough to take a breath from her important and moving speech, the 3-year-old looked at her straight-faced and said, "I'm a frog. Ribbit, ribbit." It's so good to know that your kids listen to you, isn't it? After I stopped laughing, which took a good while, I can tell you, most of the weekend, I thought about how often God tries to tell us something, and we're just as oblivious as that little 3-year-old. I'm not sure I want to know how many times He's practically shouted things at me, figuratively speaking, and I might as well have said, "I'm a frog, ribbit, ribbit." When I was a senior in college, I was doing my teaching practicum in an 11th grade history class. And one day, while sitting with the students and observing what was a particularly chaotic day, where the experienced teacher just couldn't even keep the students quiet and on task, the student sitting next to me looked at me and said, "Mr. Martin, are you sure you want to teach high school?" And it was like I suddenly noticed all of the things throughout the semester that seemed to be God trying to get my attention to tell me that's not the direction that He wanted me to go. But I just hadn't heard Him. He practically had to shake me to get me to pay attention. And I can't even begin to count the number of times I've read a passage in Scripture and my mind has been wandering, where I read the words, but they didn't register. God was trying to speak to me, and I might as well have been saying, I'm a frog. Ribbit, ribbit. Jesus said in Luke 11, "Blessed are those who hear the word of the Lord and obey it." And in order to obey it, we have to do more than just hear it. We have to listen. God has so much He wants to tell us that would make our lives so much better if we would really listen to Him. Well, other than providing us with a good laugh, this incident finally helped us figure out what to get my great niece for Christmas: a lily pad pillow for her bed and a pet of her very own. Does the pet store sell frogs?